Welcome back to Rachel B. the Healthy Wheat. Today I wanted to share with you a little bit of information about our cute little chicks. Can't stand the cuteness. If you look under here, some of them are hanging out under our brooding plate so they can get nice and toasty. So I wanted to give you just a few facts if you're starting out, because this is our first time brooding as well. And these are some fun things that we learned with our research along the way. So the first thing is we went with the brooding plate. As you can see here, obviously they like to stand on it and poop on it. I actually just cleaned it off. Usually it's covered in poop because they love laying up there. But we spent about $45 on this, plus we paid an additional $5 for a 2-year protection plan. The reason we went with this is because it's kind of a little bit more idiot proof. Unfortunately, the other lamps that are quite cheap have a little bit of know-how that goes along with them. If you're too far away, the chicks can die because they get too cold. If you're too close, the chicks can actually cook and die. So there's a little bit of a, operator error, and we didn't want to take the chance. So we went ahead and spent the money on the brooder plate. It's an investment, but so are the chicks. And if you don't, if they don't survive, you lose money there too. So we went with this. It also can be converted into just a heater. So on the button over there, it says brooder or heater or off. So it can be used as a heater if you happen to live in a region that gets below 20 degrees during the winter to help out your chickens in their coop. So the next thing that we did was we bought a nipple water, because that's how we'd like to water them outside, because you can do that in a large drum, keeps it clean, debris out of it. But they were used to these open waters, so we went ahead and bought one because we didn't want them to not know how to drink. But they have done excellent with this nipple water, and everybody's kind of figured it out, so we're probably going to discontinue this. Now the open water was about $6 to $8, and the nipple water, which comes with 2 different nipples, the yellow one works best when they're chicks, and then it has a red one, which is a little bit more complicated, that is better for when they're adults. But this one was $11.99, I believe, on Amazon, and we'll link that product below. Then we also got this larger trough-like feeder. I believe this was $6. We bought this at Tractor Supply. We did that so that they kind of had to put their heads in, and hopefully we wouldn't get as much poop and shavings inside. They still get some in there. I mean, come on, they're chicks. They're messy. That's just how it kind of part of how it goes. So, but we do like this one, especially since we had 24 of them. If you're doing less, you may not need something that large. So you'll also see that our brooding box is actually a large cardboard box. We had one because we had ordered a futon, so we figured why not? It was so big, we could use it. Because of that, we had to go ahead and buy some plastic, as you can see here. It's just a drop cloth, which is like $6 at Walmart. And then we are using some charcoal puppy pads underneath. All of this is just in case there's moisture that gets through. We wanted to be able to catch it. And then of course we'll just toss this after we use this for this brooding cycle. What we would like to do in the future if we brood is we found it's like an outdoor pet carrier. It's fully covered both top and bottom, something you can sanitize. And my husband will insert a picture of it here, and we'll also put a price on that as well. But that would be much better for brooding in the future. Again, this is what we had. In fact, I've already had to modify it because they get on top of the plate and try to get out. Cute little buggers. I saw one just standing there, was like, oh, gotta fix that. So the other one would be much better because it's covered and all that good stuff. So then I wanted to tell you what we got. We actually chose our chickens based on some research because we wanted them to hopefully brood on their own in the future, but we also wanted both egg layers and the possibility of meat birds because we would like to go ahead and use them as meat as well. So we got black Australorps, buff Orpingtons, barred rock, and Rhode Island Reds. And as I told you, 24 in all. So we went with both straight runs and pullets. Now, pullets have been sexed and they're egg-laying hens. Straight runs means that they're unsexed and you could have roosters in there as well. At Rural King, fun fact, we found out that their straight runs only have a 10% chance of having male roosters. So that was kind of fun. We were interested with that. So obviously you pay more for the pullets, and the straight runs were anywhere between $3 and $4 a piece, $2.99, $3.99. Depending upon the breed, and then of course you pay about $1 more, $1 to $2 more per bird for the pullets that have been sexed. So the other thing is, when we first got these cute little red ones, you see this one here I'm pointing at, they were pretty listless and they were obviously smaller than our other birds. So I tried a little trick, which is you put about a teaspoon of honey in, I'd say about a half a cup of warm water to melt it. And then I let it cool a little bit, and I used a syringe and I hand gave them some of the honey water. That perked them up quite a bit. So just like young puppies and things, I'm assuming they get low glucose and they're just kind of listless from travel. These guys were so small when we first got them, the actual reds here, that I think they were really new to the store. So they probably were maybe, you know, a little low in glucose, a little dehydrated, but that perked them up really nicely. If that doesn't work for you guys, there may be something else going on, because unfortunately it's not uncommon to lose a chick or two, and they can have a lot of different things, but there is a lot of information online. And for ours here, as you can see, we put them actually in front of a really big picture window that gets sun, well, when it's not a cloudy day. And they do really well. They get up with the sun, run around, and I'm not sure if I mentioned these are also pine shavings you see in here. And those run $8 for a flat that, for me in this particular size and how nasty chickens can be, lasts about a week, because I goes through about 3 to 4 changes, because I pretty much have to change all of this out every 3 days, because again, super cute, but super messy little beasties. So hope this helps you guys if you're thinking about doing any brooding and you want to start doing some chicks for your homestead or even just your backyard. And we'll give you updates here and there if you can handle the cuteness. And thanks for watching.